After a load this morning, my LG dryer threw an error code of D80 FlowSense. After researching a little bit, I learned that we had an obstructed vent, and in the process of that research, I also found out that it's one of the things you don't want to leave left alone, so it needed to be cleaned up. So in this video, we're going to go over the process of how we fixed our dryer vent, cleaned it up, what it would cost to have a professional perform this work, what it cost us with the tool that we purchased on Amazon to clean out the vent, as well as just some general tips from the process of going through this maintenance task that should be done about once a year. Looking around online, we were able to find out that generally speaking, around the country, you're looking at about $100 to $200 to have this work performed by a professional. What we did was turn to Amazon to look for a product that we could use and do it ourselves. And as you can see, there was one product that was very popular, being resold by many different sellers. We've added a link to this product in the description right below this video. And what it ultimately does is it goes inside of the dryer vent with your drill and spins and twists and brushes out the lint from the inside. We purchased the 12-foot kit. It comes in 2-foot increments. But you can also get larger and longer kits. Really straightforward, seems well made, and it bends and flex through the dryer vent work. For the external vent, we cleaned the first, I would say, 4 feet or so by slowly entering in the brush, spinning it around a little bit. We did eventually get a little impatient and pushed really fast a little bit later, and it got caught and stuck in the lint, and it took a fair amount of time to kind of break up the lint and be able to pull it out. So definitely recommend to go slowly as you're going in and out of your vent, just to not complicate things. But ultimately did a really good job from the external side. Here's one side of the air conditioning to show some of the lint, but this is about half of what we pulled out of the first 4 feet. Thinking that we were done, I ran another test, and sure enough, we weren't. We still had blockage. So we pulled the dryer and the washer away from the wall and came at it from the other angle. And kind of worked back and forth, again going slowly, back and forth, a little bit at a time. At the beginning we only pulled out a little bit of dust, but as we got higher we definitely started to see much larger chunks. In this last clip you'll see we actually have all 12 feet of line set up on this, and we're just kind of slowly going back and forth. Definitely wouldn't recommend linking up all 12 feet. It just gets a little awkward to move back and forth at the very beginning, but once you're deeper and further into the vent, then just add a couple more links each time. Again, each one is 2 feet, and working it back and forth all the way until there's nothing blocking. And you can verify this by going to the other side of the vent and ensuring that you have clear passage through both directions. Here's a picture of our haul from the inside vent. Totally unnecessary, but fun, was getting a leaf blower and adding that into the mix. Definitely not needed, but was something I thought, hey, why not give it a shot. Next, we ran our dryer test like previously, and thankfully this time, after the 2 to 3 minutes for it to run through its test, we passed. It ended up no longer displaying the error code of D80, D90, or D95. Just to finish up the video, I'm going to share kind of some overall tips from the project. Definitely recommend to take your time. That will avoid getting the brush caught up and getting stuck. Definitely recommend to clean from both sides of the dryer duct. Doing it by hand is not fun. Tried that for a little bit. Ultimately the drill speeds it up and makes it just work so much more effectively. Also, replace any unsafe ductwork if you are using any of these kind of cheaper, more flexible options. A lot of them are against code and are just flat out not safe. Also recommend on your actual machine to look around just the normal lint trap. In the case of my dryer, below the lint trap it actually collected some lint, and I was able to pull out a fair amount from there as well. That could also be hindering performance and also throwing error codes in the case of my situation. And then last but not least, with this particular tool, don't put the drill in reverse. It'll actually unwind the linkage points. So what you want to do if you want to back the tool out is just continue to drill forward, but just pull with your hand back, and that allows you to pull the machine out of the dryer vent, reversing direction. So definitely don't put the drill in reverse. You might unlink the connections and have parts stuck up inside your dryer vent. If you've enjoyed this video, you may be interested in subscribing to our channel, DIY Around the Home, where we share videos on do-it-yourself fixes, appliance installation, car repairs, smart home technology, and just any other thing that happens around the home. Thanks.